People keep asking me, like, is he good? No, he is not good. No, he is not good. He is not good. He's never going to be good in all likelihood, and that's not a knock on him. He might beat fighters from MMA that you respect. I think that's certainly possible. But the reality is this: he picked up boxing in his 20s. Basically, what is he, 24? He'd been doing it for 3 years. So he picked it up boxing at 21, which is insanely late. I've told you guys the story of Seth Mitchell, even a guy like that who was a D1 Michigan State athlete in a weak division at heavyweight, even he ran into a roadblock where there was just no coming back from it. Now, granted, he also, I think, had not brain damage in the sense where, like, he was slurring his speech, but he had a career in football, American football, prior to going into boxing, and I think it didn't make his chin his strongest suit. Jake doesn't seem to have some of those issues, for now anyway. But what's the end game here? Right? The minute he fights somebody who's actually really good, it will probably go quite bad for him. So I'm guessing he's going to avoid that. So then what he'll do is he'll try to find these other names. And maybe that can go on for longer than I expect or you expect. Like, I don't know exactly what the shelf life on that is, but at some point, even that will run its course. You're just going to have you're going to have 20 fights against people who everyone sort of universally recognizes as maybe something of an interesting opponent, but otherwise, this is all fairly low level. I don't really think that. And I think he got a bit of a taste against Tyron Woodley about, like, what happens when you go up against a real athlete with at least some combat sports experience, even if pure striking anyway, is not at all their background. Striking was involved, obviously, in his background, but not in this particular way. And he was, I think the numbers set pretty clear that Tyron's been gun shy for a while, or at least, whatever the situation is, has not thrown with volume, whatever the reason why not. So, do I think that Jake Paul fights are going to become normalized in boxing rather than a subgenre of it? I mean, in some sense, they already have become normalized, but I just don't see this as a long-term trend. I think he's doing the Mike Chandler bit. He's not here for a long time. He's here for a good time. So watch him while they're here or not, up to you. But I just don't think it's possible to compete even at cruiserweight, or light heavyweight, whatever he eventually gets down to, starting boxing at 21 and to actually get good. It's just not really possible. You've got guys, who've been doing that and nothing else since they were 6 or something. And, for a celebrity, he can box. For a boxer, he's a celebrity. It's the best way I can explain it.